Happy Wooper Wednesday, my skibbity sigmas. It's me, Mystic Aidan, and I'm here with...
Cyanize. Yeah.
Why did you say it like you just got, like, kicked in the balls before we started recording?
That's how I feel like right now after what you said.
We're doing great today. Great start, everybody.
There's a way to... I don't know. There's a way to say it with irony, but the way you said it, it was just serious. There was no shame behind the skibbity sigma. There was no shame.
Yeah, no shame. Absolutely not a shred of shame. You know what, actually? I just want to open on this podcast. You know how usually we ask each other how we're doing? Yeah. I'm going to hit you with this right now. Hey, you watching this right now. You, the listener. I want you to say out loud how you're doing today. If it's not good, you better say it's good. Go ahead right now.
You can't force positivity on people.
Yeah, well, they better smile. Yeah, you feel good about yourself. You're looking beautiful today. You're looking wonderful.
All right, that's fair
Anyway,
enough.
how you doing, Cyan? How you doing?
Yeah, well, I'm not going to lie to you. I've been kind of down in the dumps, but we're getting back up. You know, things are looking back up a little bit, so I'm not too upset about it. Not stuff I will share over the podcast, but, you know, it's been a little rough, but it's okay. I'll feel better. I got a convention.
I'm going to be honest. I think this has been the roughest October in a while for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I lost a whole fucking week of shit that I was supposed to get done to a damn hurricane.
Yeah.
So I had to evacuate out to Miami after already driving all the way home.
I shouldn't be complaining, of course. I didn't have to deal with the hurricane, but I don't know. I got a week off of school, and somehow my week off of school, and actually I'm barely even working this week because I go to a convention tomorrow. But as of we're recording this, for context, we're recording this on Friday, so I'll be at convention Saturday and Sunday. The 19th.
Well, if
20th.
you're watching this right now, I would recommend time traveling back a couple days if you want to catch Cyan there.
Yeah, Planet. But why am I even telling? It's not even gonna matter. It's gonna be over. But Planet Anime. I almost said Anime NYC. Sorry, Planet Anime Kansas City. That's where I'm gonna be if you guys are in the area. But obviously it's gonna be too late. By that point, yeah, no, I'm excited though. But yeah, just been feeling a little down in the dumps. But again, that's coming up. I'm gonna feel a lot better. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're feeling better after the hurricane and whatnot. And
yeah, it was really a case of I feel like I lost a week. The week still performed well on the channel, because what happened is that I packed all my stuff up, including my PC, went home with it, and from the dorm, because I'm like, obviously I'm not gonna leave this stuff in a college dorm. Go all the way back home. Take all my important stuff, PC. The only thing I left behind that was worth any money was my monitors, because I didn't want them to break in the back seat in case they did get them out all right.
It's too much of a hassle to bring them over, so yeah.
Dude, it's the worst. Yeah, I literally just left them. I just put trash bags over and slid them under my bed. And, dude, if it works, it works. I'm on a higher up floor. I'm not on the bottom floor, so I'm fine.
What, do you get like room service? Is that why you're hiding them?
No, it's just because I know there are some, they do have spare keys.
Okay.
Because obviously, the janitors and stuff I forgot exactly who it is, but I know there is extra keys to get into each room.
Okay.
Yeah, so, better safe than sorry.
Have you considered putting I mean, maybe they won't let you install it, but have you considered putting a camera in your room?
I have considered it. I am too cheap.
Damn.
But yeah, so I packed everything up and went back home. And at home, which is why, in case you noticed, if you watched the new Pokage video, the Pokemon Fibbage mod we did, and that is doing really great, by the way. It's still trending at 1 of 10 on my YouTube stats right now, and I'm happy as hell about that. If the intro and outro sound remarkably different audio-wise from the actual, video, that's because the video was recorded at my dorm literally, I'd say about a week before leaving. But, what happened is that I got back home and I hadn't recorded the intro and outro for Noir to edit yet. So I basically recorded that at home in my old audio setup and then went back. But it wasn't even my old setup because I had to, obviously my desk chair ain't there anymore. So I had to, redo it. And the audio sounded a little scuffed for that. It still came out alright, but that's why they sounded different. Mm-hmm. And then I had, I basically recorded a whole week's worth of shorts in one shot. Sent the files to Google Drive, then got the hell out of there with them leaving my PC there, and then I edited the rest of it between my phone and my laptop. So, like, I was just on the grind while I was there. And, you know, grind, don't stop and all that. But, like, the whole time I kept thinking, damn, I could be live right now. Fucking sucked. But since I got back, the video's gone up, views are up and all that, so I've been bouncing back.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah, and also, Sonic Symphony on Saturday. Today, the day after we record this. I'm probably going to forget to bring this up next time. So,
yeah,
assume I posted my review and video on Twitter.
This actually it's a funny transition because I had the chance to talk about this last episode, but I didn't do it for whatever reason. So I guess now we can actually properly talk about it. Death Battle is officially back. I know we keep talking about it, but it is back. They just premiered their first episode, Omni-Man versus Bardock. I loved it, but I know a lot of people weren't a fan because the outcome was pretty controversial. But I thought the fight and analysis itself was pretty good. And then
here's the thing. I wanted to watch it, but I haven't yet, just for full clarity, because I didn't want to get spoiled for Invincible in the Omni-Man section.
Oh, but you'll spoil me on the next time, though.
In my defense, I thought you would have already watched it. In my defense, I figured you would have like been on your lunch break, like hunched over with your headphones on. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I wanted the whole theater set. Okay, so I guess I'll just tell you. So they're premiering every Sunday now. Not every Sunday, like every I think month Sunday or whatever. This next Sunday, I'm not gonna be able to watch it till I get home from work. So please do not tell me anything.
Okay, got it. Because I'm excited for the next one. I'm crazy excited.
Very excited.
Do we want to mention it? Do we want to say it?
No, we will. So, it's too late now anyway. Like, you had all the time. Like, everybody had all the time to watch it now. So, they revealed who the next matchup's going to be. It's going to be Joker from Persona 5 versus Girarno from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures.
I'm sorry, Girarno?
I've never watched JoJo.
It is not... I haven't watched JoJo either, and it is not Girarno, it's Giorno.
That sounds even harder to pronounce.
No, it's just Giorno.
Giorno?
Giorno Giovanna, I think his last name is.
Giorno. I don't like that. A Joker better. I hope he wins.
I hope Joker wins too, because if I'm not mistaken, this is the first Persona character on Death Battle, right?
Mitsuru.
Was that a main episode? I thought that was GBX.
Mitsuru versus Weiss.
Huh.
This is the first Persona 5 character.
This is the first Persona 5 character, though. A Persona 5 character's scale way higher than Persona 3. Except the P3 Pro tag. That's weird. Yeah. But, you know. So that's kind of hype. I'm curious, though. We haven't seen any previews of the fight, right? Because I know they didn't put it in the Kickstarter trailer or nothing.
Yeah, like, it was teased at the end of Season 10, but, like, we didn't know, obviously, if it was going to happen or whatnot. They did show a little bit of it.
Oh, they did? What style is it? Is it...
It's 2D, with pixel art.
Yes! Yes! Fuck yes!
You should really go watch Omni-Man versus Bardock, holy shit.
Do you have the screenshot? Do you have the screenshot?
Screenshot?
Joker versus...
Just go to Omni-Man versus Bardock and skip to the very end.
I'm seeing people's fan art on Twitter.
Just go... Or, you know what? How about... Here, I'll save you time. Here's my reaction. Just skip to the very end.
Hey, Cyan, look at what I just sent you.
You will never reach the truth. The Gold Requiem, Experience Requiem. This is the...
Go, Gadget Arahabaki. Do your thing.
This is the third time this fucking week, dude. Fuck off.
Reflect.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting.
He just needs the motherfucker with an inconsistent relationship with physical, and he'll be fine.
I've known this has happened multiple times in Death Battle, but I gotta say, it doesn't really end well when you have an RPG character versus an animated character. Like, because the RPG character, they usually put them up to max. Like, they have all their skills. They're fully leveled up and everything. So, yeah, it's usually not fun if your character also isn't from a game when the matchup is a thing. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Since this is Persona's second time being on the show, they right now have a 100% win streak. So if they win this, it's just going to keep going. We'll see.
I'm not gonna lie, I scrolled through the entire thing and I'm like speeding through it. I'm like looking at the screen. I didn't even realize Stripe is just there in the bottom left corner.
Yeah, we're gonna react to all of them. He's a huge death battle guy.
Can you bring me on specifically for the Joker one? That's the only one I give a shit about. Actually, no, bring me on for Ash versus Yugi. Nah, bring me on for that.
You gotta watch them all, bro. You can't be discriminating just because it's not your favorite matchup.
No, I'm saying for the reaction. Bring on Ash versus Yugi is gonna be fucking peak. We're gonna be actually talking about that on this show at the very least.
Probably.
We will be. We fucking will be.
Give Omni-Man Bardock a little bit of respect. It was pretty good.
No. I respect. I like the matchup. It's just that I haven't watched season 2 of Invincible yet, and I don't want to be spoiled on the comic book.
Okay, that's
like
fair.
I want to watch it. Obviously, it's just like, and I've seen snippets of the fight on Twitter, and it looks good. It's just more a case of I don't want to get spoiled for the analysis section, and
yeah, that's fair.
Well, quite frankly, I love the analysis part almost as much as the actual fight.
We were genuinely scared that the analysis quality was gonna dip because of it being fully independent, but no, not at all. The only thing that did dip was Wiz and Boomstick aren't like animated anymore. Like they don't have like PNGs. I don't know if that's gonna be what they do going forward, but they didn't have like little animated PNGs at the beginning.
Do they not have like any? Are they at least still there, visible for gags or?
Nope, not at all in this episode.
Ah, damn! They straight up cut their ass. I can't exactly. Say I'm shocked.
Yeah,
but,
everything else though is regular ass death battle though. Like if there was any price or hit we had to take to get death battle back, I am more than okay with that.
I'm not gonna lie, I was always kind of confused why they had the anime to begin with.
Yeah.
Like I figured low key that they would have just gotten the like PNG shifting approach, like
Yeah.
I hate to do this comparison, but PNG tubers.
Yeah.
I kind of figured they would have just had like a couple preset, like sprites, like, oh yeah, this one he's talking, this one he's drunk as shit. You know what I mean? But I didn't think they would actually like animate it all the way.
I didn't even think about that. That might have been eating the budget a lot now that I'm thinking about it.
Because like obviously it's rigged animation, which isn't as expensive, but they were still really expressive rigs.
Right.
Like they put some fucking work into those.
Mm-hmm. I'm okay with it though. Like it's still Wiz and Boomstick talking. It's still their voices. It's just less of them and more just like footage or comic book edits of the character.
I know they have the rights to the show. Do they have the rights to Wiz and Boomstick's design, or?
That'd be a dumb thing to lose the rights to.
No, because here's the thing. Like, I know this is a corny ass example. The fucking Archie Sonic comics. The characters created by Ken were still his technically because they were during his run of the book. I know that's like that's like a reverse of the scenario, but.
Well,
I don't know.
Various artwork of Boomstick and Wiz are used on like T-shirts and posters for the Kickstarter rewards. So I'm gonna assume that they still have access to their own fucking characters.
Low key, I hope they at least still have the rigs. Because if you at least have the rigs, you can make as many poses as you want. You know what I mean?
I think they were just a little worried that Death Battle wouldn't be funded for whatever reason. So I guess they were just being careful. I guess so. Maybe for the next few episodes, it's just gonna be.
It might be like low-key these first couple episodes were like the ones that were about like 75-80% done. Yeah. And they're like, we need to cut the budget where we can.
Uh-huh.
So that's my guess.
They just focused on the quality and and all that and stayed away from the unnecessary. Yeah. But regardless, we're back though, which should be fine. We'll see in the coming episodes what they do, or maybe that's just a design choice. They just got rid of them forever.
Yeah, that's my take. That's my take.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry, we were in a Death Battle spiral, but yeah, cannot wait.
I'm not gonna lie, I zoned out for like 1 second there.
Anyway, Fort Nightmares. have you had a chance to play it yet?
I have actually had a chance to play the Fortnite update
go!
for once. I finally managed to get the Ethernet working on my PlayStation again, to a point where it's decent enough that I can actually play a game of Fort without substantial lag.
Thank God, because in my opinion, this is the best Fortnitemares ever. And there's been some good
dude.
There's been some good Fortnitemares, but I think this one they knocked it out of the park.
I'm just gonna address it specifically. The fucking chainsaw is so Damn, but like literally the whole time places like in the back of my head's the fucking Chainsaw Man opening kickback. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, you know I'm like the biggest fan of melee weapons in Fortnite. I don't even like carrying shotguns. I'd literally rather just have like one AR than a melee weapon and then all movement stuff. You know me well enough. So this weapon, I like put it on the ground and was like, I genuinely think I busted at my fucking computer, dude. Like, holy shit, it's like wonderful. It's enough to make a grown man cry.
Oh, it's beautiful. I love it for sure. We lost a couple of things in exchange for it, but it's all right.
Well, we lost the War Machine jetpack, which I don't think was the worst loss. Like, I kind of understand exactly. Like, they cut the Shuri claws originally before realizing,
Brought him back.
okay, it's actually fine to keep that because then people will have two options for moving on the ground.
Yeah.
But having the jetpack immediately into slamming with the chainsaw might have been a little much.
Probably.
Like, it might. Like, listen, I liked the War Machine jetpack. However, I think specifically with the chainsaw, it might have been a little much.
I think I would have been more upset about it if they didn't nerf the thing to the ground. Like, the most recent nerf to it before it got vaulted was so bad that I just never wanted to use it anymore.
I kept using it specifically because, like, I know the Iron Man boots are better and easier to get. But the thing is, I was already used to the jetpack.
Yeah.
So, and it's still pretty solid with the shield. You know I'm using the fuck out of the Captain America shield still.
Right.
That's my favorite goddamn weapon they've ever put in this game, and I'll be damned if it's not in my winning loadout.
But yeah, outside of that, we got a bunch of map changes. The lava, or I guess the river stick over at the underworld changed to blood red. Or I guess fruit punch if you want to be family friendly.
Fruit punch.
Freaking Brawler's Battleground turned into Brawler's Patch, and there's just pumpkins and vines and shit everywhere. Probably my favorite, Reckless Railways turned into Freaky Fields.
Dude, people were unironically joking about Freaky Fields like before it was even leaked to be in the game or anything.
Right.
People were like, haha, wouldn't it be funny if they replaced this place with Freaky Fields? And they actually did it.
Yeah.
Granted, it's kind of a reskin of previous Fields locations we've had. It's mostly reused objects.
But it's fun.
Plus a couple of extra
it's
stuff.
Funny.
But it's still fun. I don't really like that it took Reckless, though. Like, I know, okay.
Yeah.
I know Reckless has been here since
supposed
the
to
start
stay
of the
with us
season.
till the very end.
But the whole thing is, like, I really liked how they did this map, where, like, it started very bland and basic. And then they kept taking out basically, like, a fourth of the map and, like, sliding in a new section. I love that shit. That was awesome. I was like, if they're gonna do the whole, like, 4 seasons to a chapter, I like this approach. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. I still wish we'd go back.
Like, it's like a puzzle piece, if that makes any sense.
I kind of wish we'd go back to traditional, but if we have to do the 4-season way, then I'm okay with this.
Yeah. I think if we're sticking to this is the best way to do it. I kind of would have preferred that, you know, the whole Brawler's Patch thing?
Yeah.
I would have preferred if they completely redid that area and made that Freaky Fields. But I also get why they would want it at the center of the map for Fortnitemares.
So
I also get
fields. That. You get a whole do a customs lobby with just Elastigirls in the fields, and it's it's gonna be wild.
The thing is, Restored Reels is also right there too.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I would have rather gotten rid of Restored Reels. So it's kind of already themed for the Greek season, which we still have one of the locations for. Like, you know, that entire area was like a foreshadowing location, but like, I would have preferred that get swapped out for Freaky instead of the, Restored Reels. Which the thing is, I don't even think it makes sense that Restored Reels got switched out to begin with. That was like the train place, and I guess I know the train's now haunted, but
yeah, which is really cool, by the way. I think is really cool.
Yeah, I think it's a good touch as well.
Yeah. And then also the item shop. There, I forgot. I don't think it. There might have been a season that this beats out. I don't remember.
They got the motherfucker from Saw.
Yeah, they have 21 brand new skins specifically for this Fortnitemares. Fucking insane. We've had pretty much a new. I want to say almost a new skin every single day. Today we just got the Disney villains of Captain Hook, Maleficent, and the dog girl. I forgot her name.
Baller.
Waller?
Baller. I'm saying it's Baller.
Oh, her name's Baller.
Is Clara DeVille or something?
Here, I mean, I could send you the image. The
it.
one on the right. I don't know her name.
Yeah, DeVille, I think her last name is. I don't remember what her
DeVille.
first name is.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
one who
the
beats
villain.
the dogs.
Okay, hold up. That Maleficent skin goes hard as fuck, though.
Yeah.
Nah, that's a kick-ass design. I'll give him credit for that.
Code Cyanize in the shop if you're gonna buy it. Hee hee.
Yeah, I gotta say, though, it really feels like, how do I put this? It feels like they didn't want this to happen now, if that makes any sense. Because obviously it kind of runs over a lot of the Marvel stuff. They kind of cut the Marvel stuff short. But they have like it feels like they really half-assed the Marvel half of this. That's the one thing I would specifically say that I did not care for. Like, obviously, they kind of wanted to make it move like this is almost like a 0.5 season, you know?
It could have been
But
another
like,
season if they locked in, really. I mean, this has all the pieces. It just needed a battle pass.
Yeah, like, let me riddle you this real quick. Riddle me this fucking Batman. Do you know anybody who bought the Mephisto skin? Yeah, that's what I thought.
I have a friend who did. I was gonna
Well,
buy
your
it
friend's a
tonight,
bitch.
actually. Wow!
Fuck you.
Whoa! Hey, what's wrong with Satan?
Okay, here's the thing.
What's wrong with Marvel Satan? What did he do?
Well, he got rid of Spider-Man's marriage. So...
Okay, boo-hoo, he doesn't deserve to be happy.
Damn!
He chose
Now,
the
you're
life
actually
of
gonna
a...
have Spider-Man fans at your fucking throats
Okay,
in the
no,
comments
but
now.
riddle me
no,
this.
I'm telling you right now, you might even want to cut that from the episode.
What? Why?
I'm serious. Spider-Man fans are fucking nuts.
Okay, but
here's the thing, though.
Dude,
Okay.
he chose to have this on him. Every time Spider-Man does a good thing, something bad happens to Peter Parker. That's the Spider-Man story. That's how it always
Okay.
happens.
Let me get to my point real quick. That is the most iconic Mephisto thing he's done, and I guess apparently he's in that Agatha show. Who gives a shit?
I don't care. Yeah. Mephisto in Fortnite's funnier.
Yeah, like here's the thing. I feel like he's really here as a justification for why Fort Nightmare's happening now. Like I know they're doing some stuff from, Venom.
Yeah.
And I'll give them credit for that. That works for the Marvel season. They're bringing back the Venom stuff. Okay, cool. That works for Marvel, Fort Nightmares. And I guess, the Disney villains being here, okay, that makes sense as well. But it feels like a lot of this was like, this is just kind of happening over the Marvel season. You know what I mean?
It sucks too. I hope they pick it up at the very end and Doctor Doom comes back or something. But yeah, it feels fucked up. I kind of wish this was its own season.
Yeah, it's like if they double down on this, like I feel they could have made like Marvel Zombies its whole thing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like I feel like I genuinely think I don't know if there's any foreshadowing for this in the game, in the slightest. But like, oh, we could do Zombie Galactus. We could do that, and I guess that can kind of bring like the Fort and the Nightmare.
Yeah.
But it almost feels like because when does Fort Nightmares actually end?
I know the season
Because
ends
it's obviously
November
not on
2nd.
Halloween Day, obviously.
The season ends November 2nd, though. I can say that.
Yeah, so it's gonna end like literally at the same time Fort Nightmares end. So it's like they better have a very creepy, crawly conclusion that's a little, but also ties in the Marvel stuff.
That's
like,
what we
granted,
thought. I mean, well, maybe Mephisto decides to do something, but like he's involved with Doom somehow.
Well, the thing is, he killed Doom's wife, mom.
Cynthia.
I know. He's got beef with Doom.
Yeah. Oh,
We'll leave it at that.
finally,
And
I
obviously,
forgot what you have to do, but if you go up, I think if you use the Hope skin or whatever, and you go up to him, you're just like, oh, you defeated Doom. Quite impressive. Like, he praises you for it.
yeah, exactly. And there's also the Chekhov's gun that is the whole Galactus head sitting on the side of the map for the entire fucking season.
Yeah.
Like, that's just sitting there. And obviously we know Reload is after this. So, it's more of a case of...
Or Chapter OG, you mean?
Yeah, Chapter OG. You get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But, we know there's kind of like a timeline shenanigans going on after this.
Oh!
But-
You know... I don't know if you were thinking, you know what I think? I know the roadmap says we're only going to play seasons 1 to 3 of Chapter 2, but what if we... That's how Doctor Doom comes back. Chapter 2, Season 4. We Marvel season again. That's how he comes back.
I'm pretty sure I mentioned this.
Maybe.
Like, I literally think I mentioned this all the way back when these seasons first leaked to you. That I'm like, isn't it weird they're cutting up the Marvel season at the end? Like, that feels like an obvious exclusion, and it's probably deliberate.
Yeah. Because Doom was in Chapter 2, Season 4. Which, looking back, I don't know why, but... that is such a big brain play if they use him in OG season.
Like, I genuinely think the whole 1 to 3 thing is actually bullshit, and I think it is
better
gonna
be bullshit. We're not ending on the Flood season.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna end with that. Well, I mean, kind of ending on the flood actually makes sense, Loki. But I'm like, we're gonna get some chapter, 2 season 4 elements, I think, in it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's probably gonna be part of the conclusion of the season. Because I don't think my guess is that they don't actually have the rights to use like a whole second Marvel season. And I don't think the team wants to either. Hence why Fort Nightmares feels so overpowering. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my guesstimate is that it's going to be more of a footnote at the end of the chapter.
I mean,
know?
Disney they're friends now. I'm sure they don't mind.
No, I'm more saying I think it's the Fortnite team doesn't want to push all this.
I was like, I think Disney's more than okay with it.
Yeah, I think they're like, obviously Disney's more than okay with a second Fortnite, another Marvel season. But I think it's like the people who are working on can we just make this a footnote? People are going to be sick of this shit. Though it wouldn't shock me if they brought back the Marvel superpowers as like a side mode for the reload.
They are in the files.
OG.
We were wondering why they were in the files, and a lot of speculation was just like, oh, the mythics were just being used as a base for the new ones. But maybe with Chapter 2 OG,
barely any of them function the same though, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, some of them probably don't have data or whatever. But Chapter 2 OG, if we do get to go to season 4, that would be a great time to bring them back.
I wouldn't complain.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see in the near future. By the time the next Wooper Watch episode comes out, yeah, we'll know by then. We'll know what happens for the next Wooper Watch episode. We can talk about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and also.
Oh shit! My alarm's going off.
Wait,
Speaking
is that Jump Up
alarms,
Super? Wait, no way! You have an alarm
my alarm
mode.
is Jump Up Superstar.
You have an alarm mode?
No, I don't have an alarmo, but literally my phone alarm has been set to an 8-bit remix of Jump Up Superstar for the last fucking 6 years.
That would have been the craziest fucking transition ever if you had an alarmo, because that's what we were about to talk about right now.
Yeah, well, I was trying to transition into it. Anyway, alarmo.
Alarmo. I need to buy it, but it's neat, I guess.
I don't want to buy it.
It's an alarm clock. Well, it's not you don't have to get it. It's just for diehard Nintendo fans.
I think it's really funny, and I do want it, but there is 2 problems. First of all, in my dorm room, I don't have a bedside stand. My bedside stand has been reconfigured into my desk. Mm-hmm. So, because I needed a long desk, and it's now that. So I don't even have a parallel area to put my alarmo if I did have one. Second of all, at home, I have a loft bed. There is once again no bedside table, which is kind of a problem.
You should have a nightstand. It's like a bare necessity.
I just use my desk chair for that. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. I just use my desk chair for that. But here's the thing though. Lastly, I hope and pray to God that they do not add Pokemon content to this, because I don't want to be pressured into buying this for a video.
Yeah, I don't know. They might stick strictly to in-house first part, because somebody was making a joke, man, it'd be so cool if we got something Xenoblade related, and I can imagine the horrible tragedies that would happen if they put a certain death as an alarm sound.
No.
But yeah,
I don't even know what you're referring to, but by description, dude.
Being vague about it because I don't want to spoil anything. But yeah, there's potential with this. It's just we're gonna see how far Nintendo takes it, and I need to see how it works myself. I need to go watch somebody's video on it because I don't. Outside of the overview video, I don't really know how it actually works.
I've heard it functions almost exactly the same as they showed in that overview video, but apparently the detection isn't as great.
Yeah,
as they made it seem.
That makes it's
which
like a Wii remote.
Can't say I'm surprised.
Yeah, not surprised at all about that, but it's okay. It's all right.
Yeah. My personal theory though with the Larmo is that I do think they put a lot of money into specifically motion detection stuff. That then they decided I don't really want to use this on the Switch too, but they already put a lot of money into R&D for it, and they were like, how can we reuse this? You know what I mean? I genuinely think this is more of a confirmation than anything that the Switch 2 has been in production for so long that they had shit that no, we're not going to use this. But they just kind of wanted to repurpose the tech anyway. You know what I mean? That's what this reeks of. This entire thing reeks of, we had an idea, The idea didn't work. We spent money on the idea. How can we re-idea?
Mm-hmm.
That's just my kind of theory on Alarmo. It's kind of based on nothing. But hey, there's either confirmation that hell no, the Switch 2 is definitely not going to have motion detection like it's the fucking Kinect, or B, well, the Switch 2 definitely has it, and this is the testing ground.
and they're going to be using your entire body as a reader.
They're going to use your entire body as a controller, like the Kinect. Again.
Again.
Dude, Fruit Ninja on the go without needing a big-ass Kinect thing would be sick. I don't mean like touchscreen Fruit Ninja. Have you ever played Kinect Fruit Ninja?
I played Fruit Ninja, not Kinect Fruit Ninja.
Okay, so imagine Fruit Ninja, but it's on like a widescreen TV, and you actually have to move your hands really quickly to slash stuff.
Oh yeah, that sounds painful.
It's surprisingly fun. It's surprisingly fun. I played it because my uncle gave me his hand-down Xbox 360 and his Kinect and had the game installed. So
Oh, yeah.
I had a thorough amount of fun. It's very good, and I'd be okay if the Switch 2 had it built in. I don't think any devs would give a shit. You probably get support to some old Xbox Kinect stuff, but I don't think it would go very far.
Yeah, we'll see. We shall see. But yeah. Oh, I'll be brief about this real quickly. But Monolith Soft, the company behind Xenoblade and all that, I mentioned them earlier. It's their 25th anniversary, actually. And I wasn't going to bring this up initially, but they dropped a little fun little video or whatever that features every single protagonist of all the like Xeno games, except for I think Xenogears, because they don't own the rights, because thanks Square Enix. But yeah, they're all just sitting on a hill, just looking up to the sky. At like
holy fucking shit, we're finally getting Xenoblade X on Switch.
Probably, or Xenosaga. We'll see. But Monolith Soft is preparing for something. I don't know, because it took a little bit of effort to make this. That's all I'm saying. It's just a little unusual. They're preparing for something, and
to be fair, it's also a quarter of a century thing.
Yeah.
So it's pretty important. Hell, Yu-Gi-Oh managed to drag out the 25th anniversary for like 2.5 years. Mm-hmm. So that's not a joke, by the way. They're still releasing 25th anniversary products. It's been 2.5 years.
Jesus Christ.
Google, if you go and look at any Yu-Gi-Oh product you see in the store, it probably still has quarter century rares in it. They just put out a fucking tin with more quarter century rares. It's been 2.5 years. Let it go.
Wow. But yeah, just something to celebrate. Just really cool. Their birthday. Yippee. I think I could have mentioned it last podcast, but I just forgot to. But, I'm bringing it up now, and you can't say I didn't. So there we go.
What would the Monado think of this?
I was going to make a joke, but it's a spoiler.
Trying to bait Cyanize by spewing absolute bullshit that I have no idea what it's about.
You would be funny if you play the game. Your comment is kind of funny.
You're like actively resisting saying something.
Your comment's kind of funny in hindsight. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's honestly scarier than saying anything.
Yeah. Anyways, let's talk about something scary or cool.
You guys ready for me to scroll through a Twitter account for an hour?
So let's get the backstory first before we mention the tidbits that we like so much. There was a massive hack at Game Freak. There were some hackers who have got into Game Freak and have recovered a terabyte. I have to emphasize terabyte because it's massive. That's how much I have on my computer.
Okay, for the record, let's not use the word recovered. It's stolen. It's
stolen
shit.
Sorry.
Let's be honest. It's all stolen shit.
Let's
be real.
They have stolen a terabyte of information, new and old, from Game Freak headquarters.
We're calling it the TERALEAK. Unrelated to terastallization.
Exactly.
But very well timed. Oh shit! I'm scrolling through Central.
I'm giving the history. Stop! Don't give me the history.
No, I'm saying this image has been removed in response to a report from the copyright holder.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that's happening.
They got him.
No, he's fine. It's okay.
Holy shit.
He's okay. But yeah, basically, hacker stole a terabyte of information, and now it's being slowly leaked out. Projects old and new. If you wanted to compare this to something, this is like the Insomniac leak that happened last year that revealed stuff about the Wolverine project as well as future stuff happening. But this one is interesting because this one it reveals information not only about Legends EA and Gen 10, but it also reveals a bunch of beta information, including beta Pokemon, beta artwork, beta concepts, beta music.
We even got games that didn't even come out yet that weren't even Pokemon.
Yeah, shit. We got MMOs being leaked out. We got everything. Just everything you could ever want.
Dude, Honchkrow used to have a mustache. Isn't that kind of fucked up?
Isn't that kind of fucked up?
Isn't that kind of fucked up?
Isn't that kind of insane? Yeah, no, it's... I don't even know where to start with this, because there's just a lot.
Okay, so let's just cover the broad strokes.
We started with Gen 4, though, if you want to start there.
I'll just knock out, like, the broad strokes of what we have and what we don't have.
Okay.
We have actual, like, source codes for basically all of Gen 4. We have both Platinum and we have HGSS.
Oh.
So basically we have the entirety of Gen 4 split wide fucking open. We also have a bunch of betas and stuff for Gen 3. I think, do we have the source code for XY yet? I know we got betas for Gen 5.
Oh, I actually hold it. Before we continue, I just want to say, by the way, anybody listening, we will not be spoiling any future projects. This is all stuff that was decades old that, you know, has been out for years now. We will not be talking about Legends EA or Gen 10, at least until the very end, but we'll let you know.
We're gonna leave. There's only like a couple little tidbits because I don't want to be spoiled on it either. But we're leaving all that for the very end of the podcast. Yeah. Like, we're gonna do the outro and then cover it. Yeah. so you guys can skip it.
Don't worry. I just want to make that clear before you continue saying what you were gonna say. This is all beta shit for now, because there is a lot to talk about in regards to the beta stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, just going back to what I was saying, we also have like betas and shit for like Gen 6, both ORAS and XY. Mm-hmm. I don't think anything for Sun and Moon has come out.
Oh, it's yet, next. It's next.
We haven't confirmed that Sun and Moon shit is there, but I don't think people have gotten to it yet. If that makes any sense. I think Gen 8 as well.
Yeah.
Probably some for Gen 9, too. I'm so curious, because I've seen some of the concept. I think some Gen 6 early designs were leaked, but yeah. I feel like Gen 6 might actually have the least to show. Like, we've seen betas, but all the betas show finalized concept art. Like, dude, okay, obviously we aren't going to show a video of it on here just to be you know, safe. And it's not worth bothering editing in post. But there's a bunch of betas for Gen 6, and it is the funniest shit watching clips of them. Because you hear like a Gen 5 sounding version of the Gen 6 Wild theme start. Yeah. This like really rough looking trainer model throws a ball.
And it's just a PNG of the Mon. No, it's not even a PNG, it's a JPEG.
It's a JPEG. Fucking JPEG of Froakie comes out of the ball. Then it cuts to the other side of the battlefield like the Wild Grass Party. It's fucking JPEG of like Fletchling.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. I will say, I think ORAS has the least, and that's only because it's a remake and there's not obviously much to do with that.
I will say, before this started, we found an image specifically of an early mock-up for Soaring, and it uses Pokemon Ranger Guardian Sign Soaring, which, by the way, that game is peak. You should play it if you haven't already. Best Ranger game over a fucking Minecraft map of Hoenn on the 3DS screen.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. That's the only thing I ever needed. Oh, and also some badass concept art and HD assets, but that's besides the point.
I should mention, because you did mention, like, oh, we only have up to ORAS. Funnily enough, we are getting stuff on Legends Arceus, so I don't know why we skipped a few games, but I
need to go find it again.
Here's Brock in Legends Arceus.
Oh my god, yeah, dude, the early fucking gameplay mod. I did see this on Centro very briefly. I skipped past it. Holy crap.
I don't know why he's so here, good, but...
I do think the dev cycle of Legends Arceus in particular is fucking badass.
Yeah.
Because, like, I know that game was probably in development longer than Scarlet and Violet. Just because of how much they changed. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
I'm sending you concept arts of Legends Arceus because they're.
I just found it on the page.
Oh, they're
dude,
so
this
good.
Game. Holy crap, dude! I want to see more Pokemon concept art, but here's the thing. So I want to point out there is actually a major downside of these leaks before I like.
Oh yeah.
Go into too much of it. So here's the thing. In one of the leak concepts for Gen 3, we actually got an early design of Sableye, and it was a little blue guy that didn't really look like Sableye, but he was looking through a giant gem. Does that sound familiar?
Oh boy.
That's what Mega Sableye is. Here's the problem. So now we know that Mega Sableye was actually based on a concept for the original Sableye of him looking through the giant gem. before they changed his design heavily for the final game, because that's how game development works.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing: I feel like a lot of the stuff that we've seen from these leaks is basically now borderline off limits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the fact that we see like a total like in some of the art you just sent me, the fact that we saw Usuring as the whatchamacallit, the gold bosses from Arceus. I know obviously that changed, ended up being the Ursaluna fight.
Yeah.
But obviously they would probably not use Usuring for that again after like knowing this is out there. Like yeah, you just sent like a wall of Gen 5 stuff. I sincerely doubt that we'll ever see any of these designs used for future stuff. Like, they were entire leaked Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like, Gen 5 was gonna have a little blue mouse bubble guy.
Original Mons, yeah.
Yeah, like, we've gotten whole Mons that weren't even in the final game. There's, like, this badass scaling guy that almost looks like Turdinator.
Yeah.
It looks like if Turdinator and Baxcalibur had a child. But it's like Baxcalibur body with like what looks like could be a Turdinator. But like we probably will never get that design ever used in official Pokemon media, because now that it's out there, it's just out there. Yeah. Granted, I will say the upside of this is that now, keep in mind, every single thing is now, it's not public domain. It's obviously copyrighted, so it's not going to be like a Temtem situation. They can't just buy the rights and use it. But here's the thing. How do I put this? It's like, now they're not public use, but they're public knowledge. And now that they're public knowledge, you'll probably see them pop up in fan games.
Yeah, which is cool.
Like, you remember the one that was kind of like a frog that had like a stone on its back that people were saying might actually be like a beta Regirock?
Yeah.
So, I would not be shocked to see that pop up in a fan game within a year.
Before you started yapping, I thought you were gonna say, "Oh, my wishes and prayers to the people who got doxxed as a result of this leak." But yeah, sure, the fan games, the people who can use these mods. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was kind of gonna get to that eventually. I was trying to finish one thought before the other. And yeah, obviously, there are like names and addresses included in this. So I'd like to clarify. If you manage to get your hands on a download for the leak, like the entire terabyte, because I know those exist out there, don't go spreading them around. Yeah. I think it's okay to spread the contents regarding the pre-existing games. Like, I think it's fine to, like, like what you just sent me, like, the compilation of all the Gen 5 beta sprites.
Yeah,
that's
this
fine.
shit's been out for, like, a decade.
That's
like,
okay.
We deserve to see this,
It's been done, it's out there. It's, like, it's already too late. Like, seeing Zenmo Darmanitate makes me literally shit my pants because it's in the normal colors. That's fucking weird. Have
you seen Throw? He has a spike on his head. I just thought that was funny.
funny.
Did you see Hydreigon? He's on the ground.
Audino has barely changed at all. This is because she is a perfect creature.
Did you see Kyurem?
Actually,
he's just a dog, I guess. With
Kyurem is a fucking. It's almost like a chimera almost.
The genies as well. They looked even similar than they do now. People complain about them being too similar.
Yeah, and then Golurk looks the same because Golurk is also perfect. Gigalith has like no changes. But like Shimmy lost weight before the game came out. Damn, that put his ass to work.
If people call him ugly now, man, the transformation's night and day.
Okay, but back to what I was saying though, is that there's a lot of personal information included in the leak of Game Freak employees. So I'm saying it's fine to go through the leak, play through the ROM or whatever. I'm not encouraging like, oh yeah, go looking for, obviously, just for any TPCI employees watching, please give me a ticket to Worlds after I blow up. I want to have a press pass. Anyway, what I'm saying though is don't go around like spreading personal info. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Don't drop the whole terabyte. Keep the people's shit out of it.
You can enjoy this content while being a normal human being. You did nothing wrong. You're just viewing this from an outside perspective. Just keep that in mind. You're okay. You're okay, little guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's obviously a shit ton of downsides that come with this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm looking through the Gen 6 concepts that leaked. Look at this badass fucking chameleon, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
it's crazy too. This isn't just affected the games. The anime, other stuff got affected as well. I know some like anti-poke YouTubers were so pissed about this, and I'm just like, bro, the shit
spoilers.
I was like, the shit was mid anyway. What are you talking about?
Damn, Mega Blastoise, they nerfed the fuck out of him. But yeah, it's like, I know, and also I just like to double down on this. Some ZA stuff is leaked. I don't think anything's about the actual like game.
Just like ideas, concepts, the code name. That's really
like
it.
We have a grand total of 2 names that we like. Actually, well, we have 3 Pokemon seemingly confirmed for it.
Yeah.
And one, are we allowed to say the one that's not new? Are we allowed to say that?
I don't fucking care. I spoiled this for everybody. Did you guys know Stunfisk is gonna be in Legends EA?
No, not Mega Stunfisk, not Mega Stunfisk.
No, not Mega,
Surgeons
just
did that
regular.
first.
No,
just Stunfisk.
Yeah, I didn't say Mega. I said regular ass Stunfisk.
The thing is, I wouldn't even put Stunfisk on a list of Pokemon to get a Mega anyways. He already has Galarian form.
He doesn't need it.
Enough.
He's already perfect the way he is.
Listen, as much as I want Mega Darmanitan, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel kind of bad that some of the anime shit leaked. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because the thing is, it's like, that's the ongoing story leaked.
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn.
Yeah, no, we've gotten some cool things like this. Like, I just sent Mystic the Sky Pillar mural, but, like, none of it's, like, obscured by, like, ruins or anything. It's just, like, straight up the artwork.
I will say, probably one of the things I am most grateful for is, like, seeing some of the ORAS and concept art in high quality, because, like, dude.
It should have been in an art book.
I know.
Why is this not in an art book?
Yeah, I was gonna say, first of all, why isn't this an art book? And second of all, in all the 3DS games, it's crunched down to a low size. Like, I love the vibes of the 3DS games, but I would also like to see this art in very 4K quality.
Mm.
Did 4K exist in 2016?
I don't know. But it can.
Actually, I'm gonna Google this real quick. Did a 4K?
We also got
exist
the black and white intro, but like no black bars or anything, and there was more going on with it. Just some other...
okay, yeah, 4K did exist in 2016 because that was when Microsoft announced the Xbox One S.
Well, there you go.
Sure, man. I didn't even know my Xbox One S had 4K.
There's been like
says a lot.
There's so many cool like cutscenes and all. Like what I think we also got the Legends EA cutscene extended as well as a beta version of it that has
the what?
We what is
the Legends
sorry
EA
sorry
cutscene?
sorry
XY
XY the ultimate weapon. My bad. XY. Sorry. Sorry.
Dude, I heard that shit and I bolted around to looking at my PC like my head literally took a
my bad.
360-degree turn.
My bad. Like the XY like ultimate weapon cutscene, it got extended. There's a version.
Dude, I fucking turned around like this shit. Dude.
I know. It has it has like Giratina in it for some reason. And it also depicts
I'm sorry, for XY.
XY. Also,
what was his bum ass doing in Kalos?
Originally, also I forgot what it was. AZ was supposed to be the leader of Team Flare for some reason, which I find interesting.
Crazy.
I find super interesting. He was like very involved with the ultimate. I mean, he already is, but like, he was involved with the war a lot more than he already was.
And I also want to say, like, even like non-Pokemon stuff. Like I briefly mentioned this earlier. People found a whole Game Freak game for the DS that was apparently in development about building and fusing toys. There's another one about like collecting bugs and shit too. And it's like, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
How much was the studio cooking that we just haven't seen? You know what I mean?
Speaking of things you haven't seen, you like Courtney, right? Dude, we've been getting character sheets of characters. We would have never seen this otherwise. Yeah, look at her.
Sorry. She's canonically cheeked up. This is very important.
No,
it's enough to make a grown man cry.
You want to know the cool thing about this? They not only have like regular character sheets, but they also have like chibi versions for like the in-game models. Like
really?
Like, cause you know how your characters...
they made ref sheets for the models. That's kind of cool.
Like, there's regular ones for like artwork, and as well as like say like the trainer like has a 3D mod, like sometimes special trainers have like a 3D model before you fight them or whatever. But there's also the overworld ones where they were chibi in X and Y and ORAS, and that's what these are.
Kind of sick. And also, speaking of concept art, some of that Gen 3 concept art, dude.
Yeah.
What the fuck were they cooking? Like, dude, what seems to be like beta Metagross? You saw that one, right? Dude.
Ew!
You hadn't seen this yet?
No, ew!
Dude, it's like
it.
hyper-realistic skeleton-looking ass Metagross.
I don't like it.
And it's fucking sick.
Ew, I don't like it.
It's kind of nasty, but like, dude,
Yeah.
so have you seen the cat? I didn't see this one yet. That's kind of Beta Tropius, seemingly.
Oh boy.
It's fucking nasty.
Ew!
Jesus. He's built like fucking Mara, dude.
You know, it's so I can't show any of this on screen, so it's just our voices just trying to describe how horrible these look.
It looks like Mara from Persona if he was like hairy.
For context,
does that help?
For context, Mara's it's a monster based on a penis. In
Persona,
Shin Megami
Google
Tensei.
it.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh, another thing I wanted to talk about for this, we have lore confirmed from this.
Yeah.
Like we got the symbol that appears behind Arceus in the HGSS event. We got an early version of that.
Yeah.
Like an actual diagram explaining everything. So we now know like where the placements are because Loxton made a good video about it. I'd recommend going and watching that. But it was like the placement that people originally assumed were on the points of the center triangle that usually had, obviously Arceus, Dialga, Giratina, Palkia in it. Originally, it was
I think
the spirits of emotion on the end of it instead of. But people originally thought it was actually the super ancient Pokemon.
I was gonna say this is a little outdated considering 3 of the Pokemon are regular ass Mons, and then like pretty much every Mon on here is just from Gens 1 and 3.
Yeah, and they use code names. Like Shaman didn't have a name yet. Shaman is actually in the top left.
Why is Shaman like part of the circle of life? Like what the fuck?
The outside circle is all mythicals.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. The Darkrai is curiously not on this.
Yeah.
This is because Darkrai is the Antichrist.
I just think this is a little outdated. This is just what they were thinking with the lore.
Yeah, because if you go in and you actually look at the sprites for the final cutscene, there's a third circle added to the middle.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because fun fact, Giratina was not originally planned for Diamond and Pearl. He was a Chimera monster before, unrelated. And then they kind of morphed him into the third part of the trio.
Wow.
He actually looked like Landorus Therian in his original sprite. It's kind of sick. He literally looks 1-to-1 with Landorus Therian. It's fucking creepy. But, yeah.
Did you know there was supposed to be a Mew 3?
Really?
And there's a design. I just sent it to you.
Send that. Okay, I think this is Mega Mewtwo concept art.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe, I don't know. But, like, that's what they're saying. It was supposed to be Mew 3.
The thing is, it looks very much like Mega Mewtwo Y, though. That's the same head shape.
If the tail was where it originally is, compared to being on the head.
Yeah, but the thing is, the head shape is the exact same, which also looks like Frieza's penultimate form. I'm just saying.
The point is they were considering making another Mewtwo form, and that's insane.
They made another Mewtwo form, Cyan.
Who? Where?
Mega Mewtwo Y!
No, I'm saying this was confirmed to be another form they were working on.
I guess it was an idea. It was a concept.
It was just a
Don't call it Mew 3.
Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you. He's saying it's Mew 3. I don't know why you want to be a denier.
I think it's a shit post. I'm gonna be real with you. Oh, I finally found the sprite for
It's on Centro. What do you want me to do?
Centro shit post sometimes.
Then why are you looking at their Twitter for leaks?
I'm not looking at their Twitter. All the links I've sent you haven't been from Centro.
Yeah, they probably came out of Centro. You just got them secondhand.
Yeah.
I swear this.
Anyway, also, find it hilarious how before this, some of the only beta stuff we had for any of the Pokemon games, like before these 2 leaks that happened, it was literally like, oh, we have a little bit of concept art for Gen 3 that included Blaziken and Latias, and like, we now have official sprites for it.
Yeah. That
might be the coolest shit out of this entire leak. I can't even sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
I straight up think that was the best thing to come out of this. That's so fucking sick. We now have official sprite and art and all that.
I just want to hit you with another what the fuck, but I already told you, but Lady Gaga was found in the X and Y music files or whatever the fuck. Like her actual song. I think it was slightly edited, but it was supposed to be a battle theme. For some reason.
My guess is that it was probably placeholder. That's probably what it was.
Somebody at Game Freak is a little freaky. They put the freaking Game Freak. I don't know why.
Oh, do we want to talk about that now? I feel like we have to address it, right?
I was waiting for the right opportunity, but
I feel like we should. So, for those who don't know, a little bit of backstory. In Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, the original version, they replaced this in the remake with the book that tells you how to get a Manaphy in Legends Arceus. So, basically, that book also, in the English version, talked about, humans and Pokemon ate at the same table. In Japanese, original DP was much more explicit, saying humans used to marry Pokemon. We now have stories that elaborate on that. I wish we didn't.
It reads like a fan fiction, but you got to remember, it's real. Like, this was sitting on some Game Freak employee's computer, just rotting away.
I'm going to be blunt with this. Let's just say Typhlosion is not like us.
They're not like us. They're not like us.
Typhlosion is not like us, and I should have picked Feraligatr in Soul Silver.
The craziest part is, it's not even just him. There's a whole team. There's like Octillery, Slacking. There was a few others.
It's just, dude, every time I see the fucking thing with Slacking, the only thing I can think of is that goddamn Family Guy clip where Quagmire's like, okay, so can I get my own showdown? And Peter's like, somebody says, Quagmire, you're a rapist.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of. So can I finally get a better ability now? Slacking, you're a rapist.
Yeah.
Like, dude. No, bro, no!
This has ruined Typhlosion, as well as the other group of Pokemon that I'm forgetting, for many people, including myself. Dude. It's so bad that there was a tweet, there was a trend going on, literally like days after, that was like, not all Typhlosion are bad.
Dude, here's the thing. I will specifically say, I think a lot of people using this to make jokes about sexual assault. Not okay, guys. God damn it, the way I phrased that's something the fucking video moist critical. Rape? Boo! God damn it.
I didn't know people were making jokes out of this.
What I'm saying is that a lot of people, I think, are missing the point of the joke and using it to make, like, actual jokes about, like, pedophilia and sexual assault and stuff. Yeah. No, that's not the point, guys. The joke is supposed to be funny because these are official Game Freak material. Yeah. I feel like some of y'all are taking some of these jokes a little too far. However, I will say the edit that someone drew of Hypno over Superman might have been the funniest thing of all time. Dude, I'm saying we got the wrong guy. Yeah.
This Typhlosion shit actually like brought out the worst in some people. I
saw some people getting fucking visceral over this. I'm like, yeah, y'all need to chill the fuck out.
I saw somebody on a Pokemon server I'm in justifying what transpired in that fan fiction because it's like mythology or whatever. It's folklore, I believe.
I will specifically say a lot of it is based on like yokai folklore. I think one of them was Greek mythology, but most of it is based on folklore, which I think is an interesting idea. Like Loxton pointed this out because he also made a video on this. Yeah. Where he's like, okay, there's a point to this shit. Because a lot of this was definitely rough drafts, and then they were like, okay, what if we did Japanese folklore and then did it with Pokemon? That's why Typhlosion can shapeshift in it. Mm-hmm. That's why, because obviously he can't do that. But I think whatever it was based on in the story, I forgot what exact mythical creature it's based on is. But like, the whole point is that he can't do that, obviously. Well, Hisuian Typhlosion probably can. Yeah. Little sus in that, buddy. But the point, though, is that, like, it is based on real-world mythology. These were probably rough drafts before they decided on the eat at the same table thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, it's important to remember, deleted canon is not canon. Typhlosion is not a pedophile. I would, however, keep my eye on Hisuian Typhlosion. So, just be mature about this is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and please don't justify the R word. Did we already say? I don't know. I'm not.
I have seen people drawing shit of this, and I think you fucks need to go outside and feel the touch of the grass.
I cannot emphasize enough going into a Pokemon VC and then hearing somebody justify about it, saying it's not that bad was. Oh, face palm, audible face palm. Like, are you?
It's like me? Some of you people need to go outside,
dude. Like, oh my god, Typhlosion is this month's predator. Why are you protecting him? Stop defending him.
God fucking damn it.
But anyway, if we're gonna talk about funny, freaky, or I guess just freaky things, but like this one's funny. Where
are we going with this?
Oh, you don't know?
If it mentions Octillery, I swear to God.
No, you don't know? You don't know about sexy hot Latinas in your area?
Oh wait, no, okay, let's talk about this.
Yeah!
I saw someone make a post about this shortly after, saying that Skyla's results on a certain website apparently skyrocketed overnight because of this.
Dude, Skyla is like resurged completely on the internet thanks to this leak.
I can't blame them. Not my choice of character that, but not my personal favorite.
I'm okay with it. It's funny. I love the memes that have come out of it.
Okay, we're playing coy with this. Basically, we got Gen 5 character ref sheets for like a lot of the characters. They specifically described Skyla as an 18-year-old Latina with a massive ass. And I'm gonna be real, whoever the fucking Game Freak wrote that down, up top, brother.
I mean, they're just being blunt. Like, actually, I just want to real quickly just like, I think it's just kind of cool like how detailed these character sheets are. Like down to the age, the race, like what they're supposed to be, what the outfit's based on. Some of them
like specifically like real world inspirations that are usually celebrities.
Yeah, and some of them are really cool. And then you go to Skyline and it just says sexy pilot as occupation. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to take with that? Like,
I mean, they're not wrong.
They're not
You've
wrong.
seen Skyla's TCG art? They know what they did.
Oh, I know. It's all
they
over
know
the
what
internet.
they fucking did.
It's all over
And,
the
like,
internet.
I will say there are like some issues with it. Like the Lenora one is kind of racist. I'm gonna be honest. That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Very much. You can tell they get a lot of their inspiration for this based off American movies.
Mm-hmm.
And considering a lot of the people working on this are reasonably, only seeing imports from ages ago, it's not, yeah. But I will say, probably the coolest a bit of info that I think a lot of people missed is, if you look at Drayden's one, it specifically lists that he has, I'm pretty sure it lists that he has, a wife or something, and then, like, daughter. I forgot what the two ones are. But it also mentions him having a grandson. That grandson is Drayton, who we did not see at all until Gen 9 in the DLC. That's kind of sick.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, okay, clearly they've been working on a long-term plan for this, and I guess they probably been referencing these old materials at some point. Like, it literally wouldn't shock me if the only reason we know about Drayton, or at least the only reason we got him, because they were like, hey, let's check the old Gen 5 concept files when working on the Blueberry Academy.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of sick, right?
Right.
Reasonably, now we'll probably never have that happen again, because now this shit is public knowledge, but...
Yeah.
Thanks! Great!
No, but I am still happy this leak is happening. I genuinely, like, stuff like this, leak culture, but, like, just seeing stuff like this, like, it reminds me why I like Pokemon so much. Just, like, the world building and the characters and how much work goes into these games. Like, this is why I like Pokemon. I
hope if anything comes of this, I hope people begin to appreciate how much more work is put into these games. Because keep in mind, Pokemon works on a tight-ass deadline. They get basically 2.5 years tops, and they have to start working on the next generation before the first one is even done.
I mean, you could definitely see that with Gens, like, there was various things with Gen 4, like, when they were making Gen 5, it was using Gen 4, like, characters and music beats. Gen 6 was using Gen 5 music beats and characters and stuff.
I was gonna say, like, there's a reason Gen 6... was using, like, 3D models of Hilda.
Yeah.
They didn't have the designs for Serena done, but they had to already start coding the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
not even Rosa. It's Hilda. They had to go.
Like, shit. Maybe they did. On one hand, it's like, oh, maybe they just liked it more. Keep in mind, Black and White 2 had a crunched-ass development.
Yeah. No,
like, that game was like, they finished it, and then they had to cram shit out in time. You ever wonder why we didn't get Z? That's because they had shit to do. Especially for the anniversary being the year after that. They had to get the fucking work done on Sun and Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Probably why, like, XY had such a small Pokedex. Like, looking at some of the stuff we've seen for the XY betas, no shit that game had such a small Pokedex. They had finished PNGs of the models functioning in-game before the fucking models were done. Like, no shit there wasn't a lot of Pokemon. They didn't have time to make them.
I heard
you know what I mean?
I heard there was a theory that based on the backlash of the Gen 5 Pokédex or whatever, they like I forgot what it was, but they cut X and Y's decks even though Gen 5 I don't know who said it. Somebody said that some of Gen 5's Pokédex was supposed to be in Gen 6. I don't know which ones or who said this or how the validity of that comment, but apparently there's a reason for why Gen 6 decks was so small.
Honestly, I don't think it's that specifically, but I do think if you look through some of the concept for Gen 6, because we've finally seen concept Pokemon, like, we saw concept Florges, that's fucking sick.
Yeah.
But, I do think there's, like, some ones in here that are just, like, straight up discarded Pokemon. Granted, some of these look like pre-existing Pokemon from, like, Gen 5. Like, but like Flamigo was planned for Gen 6, and the design looked better. So, you know, it's like, damn. Fuck.
I like Latina Sonic.
Shadow the Hedgehog would approve.
Yeah. By the way,
shit, is that Bald Furfo?
Very unrelated, but just a struggle on my end. But Black Ops 2 and Sonic X Shadow Generations come out on the same fucking day. I don't know what I'm gonna do on Friday.
GAF about COD, bruh.
No, but it's fun.
It's 2024. You know it's gonna be bugged as shit.
Dude. Everyone I talk to is just like, "Fuck your COD. Go play Sonic first." And I'm like, bro,
literally, go play Shadow first.
Man,
Generations is the best game in that series, dog.
I hope the game comes out super buggy like Colors Ultimate does, just to say "fuck you" in your face.
We've already had previews of the game playable at trade shows and like Colors, so no promises for the Switch version. We literally have, fun fact, we have not seen any of the Switch version in any promotional material.
That's why I got the PS5 version, because
we have seen PC running at Switch level specs.
That's why, I was like waiting for a YouTuber to get a hold of it, but I was like, dude, it's too late, and I want to get that reversible cover.
I'm waiting for the Switch physical to come out, because they've said all launch day copies will have the physical pre-order bonus of the journal, so that's all I care about. It's gonna be in the box if I go to Target and I pick it up at the same day.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that reminds me, we completely forgot to cover it. Mario Party. We forgot to mention it in the news section.
I have nothing to say about it. I don't know why you're hyped about it.
I just wanted to say, I played it. I think it is the best Mario Party that I've played in a hot fucking minute. I don't know if it's better than DS, but it's really damn good. I just wanted to mention it.
Okay.
It's very good. Anyway, so back to Pokemon. Yeah, anyway, so let me just finish my concluding statement. I do hope this brings, like, more awareness to how much people, like, put into these fucking games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people forget that. So I do hope, even if this kind of fucks over the chances of a lot of this beta concept returning, it's very sad. We will reasonably never see that Flamigo concept as an actually good evolution for it. So, but you know, it's neat at least. It's at least cool seeing all this. It's kind of a shame that it wasn't official.
I still have problems with Game Freak. I think they have one of... I say this... I'm going to say this in the most harsh way possible, but I think they have one of the worst ideologies and game philosophies I've ever seen from a game developer. But after seeing this, like, I definitely have a lot more appreciation and a lot more respect for them than I did prior. So I will give them that.
I gotta say, if there's one thing that I hope this does, I hope that it eventually makes Game Freak said, well, it's gonna get leaked anyway, fuck it, and we actually get to see more stuff about, like, the development of these games publicly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't expect them to give us, like, the full view on a beta build, but, like, the little clip of the PNGs coming out of the Pokeballs, if they showed that in, like, the press release for XY, it's like, hey, look how far we've come. I think people would have been a lot more receptive to that game's graphics at launch.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
They did show us a Fletchling and a model viewer for Sun and Moon's, like, teaser or whatever.
Oh, hell yeah. I can't... Dude, I want to see, Alola Scrap Pokemon. I want to see early designs of, like, Tapus and shit. That's what I want to see.
In the coming weeks, it'll probably happen. Again, terabyte of information. We're not even done.
Hell yeah, man. Though I will say, probably the funniest thing about this was seeing so many people like, holy shit, wait, we actually got Gen 5 stuff? They're gonna put the original dragon in here, right? And we got nothing about it. That's fucking hilarious.
Dude, they forgot about it.
I mean, keep in mind, remember that the original dragon was also not in Pokemon Black and White 1.
Yeah.
It was like, specifically, especially Curem's part of the equation was not mentioned at all in Black and White 1. Like, they loosely mentioned that it was originally part of, like, one being, the two of them, but they didn't even include Curem in that. Mm-hmm. They didn't expand on that at all to the sequels. So it's like, I feel like so many people got their hopes up for bumfuck nothing.
Right.
That's the funniest part of this leak. Alright, we want to do our actual outro, and then we can talk about the upcoming game stuff real quick.
Yeah, we could do that real quick.
Alright, I'll do the outro real quick. If you're tapping out here because we're going to be getting into, well, not like major spoilers for upcoming things. We'll keep it brief at the end of this because I don't want to delve too much into it. But if you're tapping out now, hey, thanks for watching. You know, if you're on YouTube, like, subscribe and stuff. And hey, if you're watching on Spotify, drop us a 5-star rating.
You know what?
That's about it.
I'm gonna hop in real quick. Comment of the day. What's your favorite leak, like of any game or any like Grinch leak from Smash Ultimate or
even fake
Korra
ones.
leaks?
Even fake ones count.
Yeah, what's your favorite leak, just from anything?
Y'all remember when Sun and Moon were coming out and they specifically leaked Kartana and what's her fucking name?
Pheromosa.
No, that's Buzzwell and Pheromosa. Kartana and the moon landing one. The moon landing was fake. Yeah, that one.
The moon landing? What does that mean?
Celesteela.
The
That's
moon
what
landing.
I remember seeing the leaks for those the day it came out and it being the coolest shit. Nowadays, not as receptive to that kind of thing, but it was cool back in the day.
Yeah.
That was some cool shit. I remember seeing that and be like, holy fuck, there's more than 2 Ultra Beasts. What the shit?
Yeah.
And then they did like an official trailer like 2 days later. But, you know.
Yeah.
It's still cool shit. But, yeah. So that's it. Signing at the comment of the day. What's your favorite leak? Yeah, I think that's it. If you're tapping out here to dodge upcoming stuff, have a great night. Take care of yourself. Drink some water.
Mega Jinx!
sleep.
Mega Jinx!
Mega Jinx is real! It's fucking...
The Mega Jinx is real!
I think, believe it or not, I think that's the only cut Mega, actually.
Wait, did we get concept art of it?
Nope. It was like
Damn.
literally just like a text. Well, actually, we did get the stats of what it would have happened if it did Mega Evolve, but that's it.
Damn, not here.
That's it. Just stats. It's Mega stats, and that's it.
Okay, but let's just talk about the Megas for Z. Well, actually, you know, we have a lot less stuff on Gen 10, so I'm just gonna mention that first. Gaia.
That's it.
That's the code name, and it is very likely based on Greece. Cool.
That's all we got. But
I'm
it's not even a
little
spoiler,
confused.
really. But I mean, we'll see.
I mean, we kind of already guessed that. The thing is, I was kind of like there were like 3 running candidates for Gen 10. The 3 running candidates, as far as I could tell, was China because the Ruinous Quartet being very Chinese inspired.
Mm-hmm.
I know people are also throwing around Japan because that'd be kind of cool for the 30th anniversary. But I feel like that was kind of a wouldn't it be nice if we were kind of thing. You know what I mean? But I know Greece was on the list of ones that people figured would happen eventually because there's a lot of unique architecture and stories there. So if we get Pokemon Greek mythology, we've already had like a bit of that before, but if they lean in on it.
Can't wait for my another Cerberus Pokemon.
I mean, keep in mind that a lot of Pokemon designs are already based in Greek mythology. Like, there's a lot of legendaries that trace back to Greece. So we'll actually see, like, elaboration on that for Gen 10. That's fucking badass. And it kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But that's kind of it for Gaia. So, thanks to the anime docs, we have 2 Megas leaked for ZA.
Oh, I guess I could do it.
Yeah, I was gonna let you say it.
Zeraora and Zygarde.
I have a lot less to say about Zeraora than I do Zygarde, so it's kind of cool that they're finally doing because like the whole World Tree myth thing, they kind of forgot the squirrel. So, because apparently there's a squirrel in the World Tree myth. Everybody forgot about it.
Even though I disagree with the idea of Zygarde getting a Mega, I at least understand. But Zeraora, it's an interesting one to give a Mega to. But okay.
I think it was a case of they wanted to give like a buff to a mythical Pokemon or something. I genuinely think it was. I'm kind of shocked it's Zera and not Magearna.
He's pretty popular. What was the problem?
No, I believe Zeraora is a popular Pokemon. There was a reason it was the pre-order bonus for Unite, basically. You know, free game, but you get the point.
Right.
So I'm not surprised Zeraora is getting like a new thing in this. I'm just shocked it was chosen over Magearna, who was so heavily entrenched into Gen 6, despite being a Gen 7 Pokemon, because of like the anime and its design being like a maid and all that. So, kind of weird. I don't know. I kind of figured they'd do Magearna instead.
Though, I mean, it's expected, but it's also why it has 3 different forms.
I had one more thought about Zera though, real quick.
Okay.
Let me just. I just want to say. The fact that we know one Gen 8 Pokemon is getting a Mega has blown the fucking doors off for what can even get a Mega to begin with. So that means, for the purposes of all your speculation, because I saw some people speculating it would probably still be Gen 5 and before, and maybe like some Gen 6 Pokemon will get Megas. The fact that a Gen 8 Pokemon is getting a Mega likely means we're at the very minimum, we're probably getting one for Gen 7 and 6. At least one. Because, like, keep in mind, Hisui did not introduce a ton of new Pokemon. But so I'm expecting this game to probably not have more. Because keep in mind, XY introduced 20, Oras introduced 20. I'm assuming if this game follows that pattern, I think it's going to be between 10 and 20 megas. So don't get your hopes up for all your favorite Pokemon to get megas. However, do get your hopes up that there is a very high chance your favorite Gen 6 and 7 mons do.
Yeah, thank God, because Diancie was the only mega rep of Gen 6, which
was kind of fucked up.
Kind of fucked up.
And like, Hoopa Unbound was like a mega that wasn't a mega. And Volcania didn't get shit. They left his ass hung out to dry. They fucking left his corpse on the pole in Inaba and never took it down. You know what I'm saying?
Legends Arceus took advantage of of the future generations outside of Gen 8. So I fully expect them to take advantage of maybe not Paldea, but definitely up to Gen 8 for sure.
I would also like to say that the most interesting part of Legends Arceus was that all the Pokemon that did get new forms in that game were actually... there was not a single Gen 1 or 2 or 3 Pokemon that got a new form in that game. Except Electrode. Except Electrode, that stupid fuck.
Thank God.
Okay, I will say... Electrode, I'm pretty sure got a pass for that specifically because of the old Pokeball stuff. I think that was kind of badass. They get a pass for that.
I think it's the first grass electric type too.
Yeah, but like, here's the thing: all the other and also Cleavor. Fuck.
Oh, fuck.
But most of the Pokemon, like, I don't think anything for Gens 2 or 3 got a new form in that game.
Grass electric? I'm sorry, I keep cutting you off.
No, Cleavor is rock bug, but it was an evolution of Scyther.
Okay.
So it was borderline.
Oh, you mean another Gen 1? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was only, like, Gen 1, and then, a bunch of other Pokemon, like, because most of the Hisuian forms are actually from after Gen 4, and I guess also the origin forms of Dialga and Palkia, but that was kind of lore shit, and not, like, you know, that was kind of weird. They weren't Hisuian forms, kind of all over the place. But, you guys get the point that I'm making here. It was mostly post-Gen 4 Pokemon that got new forms and, like, Gen 4 lore, basically. So what I'm saying is that this basically confirms very high chance that we're not going to see a lot, though. I will say, if they do force in one Mega from Gen 1, please let it be Clefable. I think Mega Clefable would be cool. But anyway, go off on Zygarde.
I don't know. My only guess, because I think for me, I just don't know how they're going to top Zygarde complete. Like, that was perfect. Like, it's fine. I do. Like, what if they just retcon Power Construct and just make Zygarde complete the Mega form? Because I don't know what else you could do to give him another form.
Okay, I realized this recently, and I think that Mega Zygarde makes a lot more sense than I feel like a lot of people give it credit for. Because I know Power Construct was like, well, wasn't it kind of already Mega Zygarde? I think because the one gripe that I have with complete form, and like, I do not discredit 50% for this, because we know 50% came first, and then they made the designs for 10 and complete later. So 50 couldn't do this, obviously. But complete form, the fact that it has no elements from the dog or the snake forms, except for, I guess, the sort of wings on its back that kind of work like a cape, but not really. I think it's kind of lame that it doesn't at least have, like, a tail. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, there's nothing for the dog, but, like, hear me out. I sent you an image of Omnimon from Digimon.
Omnimon.
Think about it. Think about it for a second.
That already looks like Zygarde complete, though.
It kind of does, but, like, give it, like, a dog arm on one side with the cannon, and give it, like, a snake tail whip. Like, make it badass. That's what I'm saying. Re-implement the designs from the 10% and 50% form to make, like, Mega Zygarde complete, like, the actual Zygarde complete. And also, you know what I mean?
Which Zygarde's gonna Mega Evolve?
The thing is, I think they're gonna make it so, if you want my personal theory, you know how, the origin forms kinda had their own, like, sort of, well, they didn't really have a transformation in battle because they were pre-battle forms, but they did have a special transformation animation when you fought them at the end of the game. My theory is I think that Zygarde is going to get a different Mega Evolution animation, depending on which form you Mega it from. Like, we'll probably see it transform and then Mega Evolve. I think that's how they're going to do it.
This is the most Dragon Ball ass shit ever I've seen for a Pokemon.
Yeah, I know. But however, I think if they specifically hold it as kind of like a special thing near the end of the game.
Right.
Like, if they give us a new threat Pokemon, because keep in mind, the whole thing with Zygarde is that it only shows up when a specific threat appears. And it has shown up 2 times without any of that shit. But it almost showed itself with the ultimate weapon. But we were locked the fuck in. So, if they make an actual threat for Mega Zygarde to throw down within the postgame, like, I'm specifically saying, give us a riding on Mega Rayquaza to beat the shit out of Deoxys moment, but with Zygarde. That's what I'm saying.
Who's it gonna beat the shit
Give us
out
the
of?
1v1. Give us the Koraidon versus Koraidon 1v1 thing. As for who, I feel like... Okay, is it wrong to say... I'm not going to say Mega Zeraora. They obviously...
That's even more random than him getting a Mega.
Okay, but I do specifically think that we're going to get some legendary thing involved. I think it might actually be a new Pokemon. I feel like that's completely possible. If you want me to throw out my crackpot theory, I think Eternatus would be fucking badass. I think that'd go crazy.
It's gonna be the original dragon, and that's how it's gonna tie into Gen 5 remakes.
That would be sick as shit, though. I can't lie. That'd be fucking badass. But, I feel like there's a lot of candidates, even if you... I feel like the most likely one is that it might actually be a new Pokemon. It's not like Arceus where there was already the sort of preset story with Giratina. Mm-hmm. Like, XY didn't have an evil legendary. Like, well, except Yveltal, I guess. Yeah, the thing is, I feel like Mega Yveltal, Mega Xerneas are actually crazy likely. Like, if you want me to throw out my theory, I genuinely think, the existence of Mega Zygarde kind of confirming that Gen 6 Pokemon would likely get Megas. I think we are getting the 3 Kalos starters with Mega forms. And that's why Ash Greninja just kind of been phased out of existence. That kind of confirms it. But I can also see us getting Mega forms of, Xerneas and Yveltal. Or fuse them. Fuse them, that'd be way fucking cooler.
Oh, yeah.
Give us the god of life and death and the motherfucker who punches it straight in the face. But yeah, I'm just yapping. I think these leaks are very interesting, and I hope we don't get any more ZA stuff from this leaks other than fucking Stunfisk until we actually get a trailer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. But yeah, we don't have to do an outro this time around, so we can just say
we
bye.
already did the outro. Bye.
Bye, bitch.
Get the fuck out.
Fuck you.